The ramparts will fall to the enemy. It is just a matter of time they will mount their attack at dawn. The main body of the Allied forces are withdrawn far back from the front. Only the mercenaries are left behind the barricade, their orders defended to the death. These men, who have gone from battlefield to battlefield, know exactly what that means. The talkative mercenary. They have just left us here to die, chuckles the one called Toma in the darkness. Too thick for a person to make out his own end. They want us to buy time so the main forces can pull farther back. We're supposed to be their shields, performing orphanage service to our employers. His die peppery laugh shook the darkness. Caim say nothing in reply. Other mercenaries must be gathered there around them in the blackness, but all keep their thoughts to themselves. Mercenaries had nothing to say to each other on the battlefield. They might be on opposite sides in the next battle. At a time like this, especially, when they have to defend the barricade against the enemy's withering attack, they can spare the time even to look at each other's faces. Caim knew nothing about this fighter called Toma. His voice sounded young. He probably has very little experience as a mercenary. If a man goes talkative in the face of death, it means that deep down somewhere he has a weakness that prevents him from becoming a true soldier. A mercenary with even a hint of such weakness can never cheat death and live to see another day. It is the law of the battlefield, and a man like Toma will only learn the law in the moment before he loses his life. We are done for. We'll all be dead in the morning. We'll all have that sign coming they talk about. I can stand it. I just can't stand it. In the darkness, no voice is read to the second these sentiments. It's too late for talk like this. The day they choose the mercenary's path was when they should have resigned to serve to death. They sell their lives for a little money. They prolong their lives a day at a time. By taking the lives of one enemy after another, that's what a mercenary is. Nothing more, nothing less. Hey, can anybody hear me? How many of us are here? We're all going to die together. We will just be a line of corpses in the morning. Don't shut up now, answer me. No one say a thing. Instead of voices, the silent darkness began to fill with a tangible sense of annoyance. Orders sit together on the battlefield, orders sit to fight the enemy, and just as orders sit to die. That is the rule of the mercenary, the aesthetic of the mercenary. If such an expression may be permitted, but Toma is taking it upon himself to abandon that aesthetic. I knew it, was hopeless from the start. Headquarters didn't know what they were doing. There was no way of strategy like that could work. You know what I'm talking about, don't you guys? We had to lose. It's a total mess. I wish to well I joined the other side. Then we could have gotten a mountain of cash for winning. We could have drunk ourselves blind. We could have all the woman we wanted. I could have gone either way on this one, but I picked the wrong side to fight on. Hey you! Another voice boomed out of the darkness, an angry voice. Yeah, what? Answered Toma. His voice more vibrant now at having at last found someone willing to talk with him. As if to crush his momentary enthusiasm, the other man goes on. How about shutting up a while? If you really want to run off at the mount that much, I can send you to the next world a step ahead of the rest of us. Ah, I'm sorry. Instantly dejected, Toma falls silent at the darkness, goes still again. The stillness charged, however, with a deep tension, far deeper even than before. Toma started talking. The veteran will know, watch out for talkative men. Being talkative means tasking words, tasking too much words. Words are useless on the battlefield. You take up the weapon in silence. You steal yourself in silence. You fight in silence. You kill the enemy or he kills you in silence. All the mercenaries here have lived this way, all but a talkative one. A soldier looking too desperately towards me cling just as desperate to something else, to the sweet tap of betrayal, for example, or the seduction of the searcher under fire, or the lure of madness. Caim is offering sympathy for mercenary who, unable to endure the terror of being surrounded by the enemy, go berserk and attack men from their own side. Will Toma prove to another such a case? The possibility is great, and no doubt the other men are thinking the same thing too. In the stillness they turn the same gaze toward Toma, that they resort to for confrontation with the enemy, looking for any sign of change in his demeanor. The moment they perceive the slightest threat in him, a blade with sandals pierces the left side of his chest. The sirens continue, not even the unusual night cries of things that can be heard tonight, as they were last night. Perhaps the insect knew enough to clear out in advance of the enemy's dawn attack. They thought from Caim that he saw no birds in the area yesterday either. Although animal came to snatch food when the men first built this fortification, there has been no sign of them for several days now. Animals have a mysterious power of foreknowledge that humans have lost. It has become painfully obvious for any visit to the battlefield. There can be little doubt that the animals have turned their back on the barricade. Right about now, in some distant forest, a huge flock of birds may be taking wing in search of human corpses to steal their flesh. It's feast time, boys. They already know, somehow. Once the sun is fully up, the battle will be over. If they don't get here first, they will lose their feast to a flock from another forest. Their break bodies is again in the sky. Those birds now are probably flying for all they are worth. A voice in the night, Thomas' voice, weeping. Listen, you guys, I don't know, many of you are here out there, but we are all going to die in the morning. Of most of us, maybe one of two will live to escape, no more. Think about it, to sell ourselves. You've all been through this before. You are veteran war heroes, you're probably not scared, but even so, even if you're not scared, don't you think this is stupid? Huh? Tell me, you've been through a lot more battles than I am, so tell me, what the hell are we here for? We don't take the enemy, we don't throw the leaders on our side anything. We're going to kill the enemies and follow our leader's order. And we're still going to end up dead. Tell me, you guys, don't you think it's pointless? Don't you think it's stupid? The only response to Toma is the impatient click of a tongue in the darkness, followed by something else. Sigh of annoyance. I can't take it any longer, said Toma. I hate this. And now he's sobbing. All I wanted was some money and maybe something better to eat and maybe nicer clothes. I wouldn't be happy with that. What a mistake I made, talking work like this. I never should have done it. Caim Kikoi senses open for movement in the night. Aside from himself and Toma, 5 other soldiers are crouching down in the darkness. Not bad. Or an experienced warrior. They will not have been able to put up with Thomas whining otherwise. If they let themselves get angry and started shouting at him or grabbing him by the throat or wailing away at him, it would just end up consuming their strength and energy before the work started at dawn. If this is assemblage of men who know how to keep their silence, the chances for life are that much greater. Assuming that is that the talkative with men does not become too great of a burden for the rest of them. Still sobbing, Toma continued to curse his fate. Suddenly something is different. Something still in the silence. This could be better, Caim thinks, sharpening his attentiveness still more. When dawn breaks, Toma will get in our way. Because of him, the possibility for life will be bitter. The merchant know that, and because they know it, they might do whatever it takes for them to secure for themselves in the slightest other chance to live. I don't want to die here, I tell you. Not now, not here, like the worthless dog. You guys feel the same way, don't you? Moonlight shine down from a rift in the cloud. For a sweet second, Thomas' tear-stained face appeared in the darkness. He's even younger than Cain, imagined from the sound of his voice. He's practically a boy. They came outside the moon again, and thick black dust has followed everything once more. A dull light still in the depth of darkness, without a word came dust, wind like towards it. He was able to gauge the distance between himself and Thomas during the flash of moonlight. Cain grasped Thomas' arm, something else fell to the ground. The dull light flashes again, this time at their feet and melts again to the darkness. A knife, driven by the fear of death, Thomas was sent to slit his own throat. Thomas twisted away and tried to free his arm from Cain's grasp, but Cain chops him in the solar plexus. Without uttering a sound, Thomas passes out. With Thomas' leg across his back, Cain stared to the darkness. Eventually Thomas wakes up and touches his leg to get loose. Stop it, let me go. Cain lowers him to the ground. Every once in a while the moon comes out. Check your direction with the tap. Go straight toward the setting moon, Cain says gently. What the hell are you talking about? It's the only way you can get out of fear. Cain measures the thinnest part of the energy encirclement. Of course, there is no guarantee that getting through here will save him. From now on, Thomas will have to believe in his own luck and abilities. Are you coming too? Thomas asked. No, I'm going back. You escape alone. Why? You come too. Let's both escape. Come with me. Thomas dings to Cain's arm as he played with him, but Cain gives him a hard slap on the cheek. The flesh of that cheek is too soft to belong to a veteran warrior. It is the flesh of a boy, a kid. You go alone, but why? To live, that's why. What about you? You want to live too, don't you? You should run away with me. You don't want to die, do you? Want to live? No, Cain has no great desire to live. He lives because there is nothing else he can do. He lives because he has to. Thomas is far too young, he's unborn and of life, far too fragile for him to know the appeal of such a life. We live to fight. That was Mercenary do, but get the hell out of here. You are ruining it for the rest of us. You guys will never win this battle, so why not run away? It's our job to fight. With that, Cain turned on his heel and started back to the way he came. Thomas standing there watching Cain move away, and a moment later he himself dashed into the western forest. To fight or to flee, Cain cannot know which hold out the greater promise for life. He also believes it is better not to know. Set, I hope you make it, boy. Matters working on. The eastern sky is beginning to brighten little by little. Soon the all-out attack will begin. From the western forest, a few birds take to the air. Perhaps it means that a small-scale battle is starting in the silence, or that the poor young mercenary has been fed with his back to the enemy. Cain does not look back or break his stride. He feels certain he has seen that talkative mercenary before. Before the war broke out, the boy was selling fruit in the market along the highway. He was a good boy, took good care of his mother, the woman of the market was saying. They live a long, full life. Cain wishes for the boy as he himself was on, airing at the latter eastern sky.